this week on the Honey Break Experience.
Y'all kill it.
Here it is, 1st of January, and the river stages, they swole up. We're preparing for high water. You know, we had a lot of rain this fall. Usually our water issue is in the spring, you know, April and May. But this year, I guess we've had about 25 inches in November. You know, we've lost a lot of duck blinds out there, pit blinds due to high water, and we're hunting in a lot of tall standers right now.
Some of our better blinds, the water's too deep. Those blinds just aren't producing and killing ducks like they normally do. And that's why those little pits that I'm hunting are doing so well. They're in the corners in the shallow water where the ducks want to be.
But the problem is here at the lodge now with the water coming. The Red River's gonna get high, so we're just preparing and getting ahead of the game. We put a lot of rocks on a lot of cross ties and things that we know will float. We're just gonna have to be prepared because we know within about 5 or 6 days by the predictions that the Corps giving us and all, it's gonna be across a few of our roads. And what we're looking at now is we got some heavy rain coming in here in the next 2 or 3 days. If we could miss that, we may be all right. You know, as far as duck hunting, we're gonna keep doing that because we're gonna have plenty of water, which the ducks are gonna be spread out. But our worries now is getting prepared for the high water coming for the lodge and getting everything picked up, getting the boats out the water that's in the boat houses, getting the freezers and food spots jacked up, getting prepared for the high water. Well, now it's January and we got clients coming in, we got clients here. All the guys, they got to be in the duck blinds every morning and hoping you kill a limit or get through by 8:30 or 9 o'clock, but that's not happening right now.
Everything dies, baby, that's a fact.
But maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Upbeat, I had a Red Bull this morning. Very excited.
Jimbo Robertson, got old Jimbo in there, Jared's favorite client. I got to take him, and I always enjoyed being in there with Jimbo. As long as he didn't have to go with Dart, he's pretty happy about that. Jimbo's been on the show so much, he's a little too famous, so we couldn't let him kill all the ducks.
Nice job. Yo! Ducky! Way to go, boy.
Hey! Bandit, baby, bandit! The band man right there, son. 73 today. I knew when that sun come out they was gonna do it, man.
Well, we got in one of those shallow water holes with a little brush blind there. It was cold that morning, real cold. Maybe the only coldest weather we had. Wasn't gonna take a chance on them boys.
Wait, he hit.
I thought you had a third one left. I was waiting on you to shoot that one. Birds just weren't there. You know, it's been a pretty tough year, but you know, people like Jimbo, he's always a blast to hunt with, and I got to shoot a few birds, and he's a hunter. He knows how it goes. I mean, sometimes you ain't got them, sometimes you do.
Y'all kill them. The Honey Break Experience is brought to you by Bandit, Innovations in Hunting and Outdoor Gear. Mojo, if it ain't magic, it ain't mojo. This is the Honey Break Experience.
You know, there's so much water now from here all the way up to north, but especially on the place, and you know, they got wings, they can go anywhere they want to. We were seeing birds here and there, and it had kind of got to the point where the birds would start stacking up in places on you, and you got to have a lot of people hunting. We drug a skid in there and took the guys in. We had some birds at daylight, a lot, come behind us, and some that didn't get right down in there for my cameraman to get on. Jared had went and shot 12 mallards, I think, in 10 minutes in a couple of these shallow water holes.
As our water has risen, our ducks have scattered out everywhere. So we're having, as the guides are having to every evening ride around and try to find a place to hunt where normally we're just in a fixed blind. So it's been a very challenging year, to say the least.
The birds really keying in on that shallow water.
When you got a bluebird day and a light wind up in those woods, the ducks will just get right on top of you. So.
Kill 'em. Good work. Look! Fetch him up, boss. He's right there on him. Oh, we need a little wind. There you go, good man, come on. Good. Snatch that head under them. The ducks are trying to go behind us over here, Cody, you see them? Someone on the right, coming above y'all. Killing the hope. They're killing tail out front.
I think we just got 2 to 1 here and the 1 over there, yeah.
Out front. Kill him. Ball. Y'all, that first time I was watching 2 mallards over here. Sorry about that. God, man, if you had some wind, they would just get right there. You see it? I mean, if you had any little wind, they'd...
The Honey Break Experience is brought to you by Honey Break Lodge and Outfitters, the experience of a lifetime. Gator Tail, taking you places you never thought possible. This is the Honey Break Experience.
We were seeing birds here and there, and it had kind of got to the point where the birds would start stacking up in place.
This year has been trying, not only the guides do it, but we have some guys, Nacho and Terry, that work for us that are very good about leaving at 3 o'clock and riding and scouting and saying, okay, I saw a bunch of ducks in such and such. Then we all go back out there and build blinds to hunt them. So it's pretty much a team effort to get everybody to look for these ducks. This place is about 10 or 12,000 acres of flooded of water.
That single. See that mallard? Kill him. Now that was better. Boss. Where we're at, dragging some skid blinds in there that are big, comfortable skids for the guys to get into. We took this group into this skid that we've been seeing some birds in, and we'd let it rest 2 or 3 days. And the wind picked up. We'll get them in here now and just do it right here. Kill them. We had some good hunts out of there, and we had a good hunt that morning, and they were coming in, just right for the guys to shoot. Don't let. Stay on the left. Out front. Kill him. You like ducks?
I'll tell you what, I'll take teal any day of the week over here.
Hard to beat them teal. You ever heard of cooking a ringneck with a brick in the oven?
What's the brick for?
Take it, Worcestershire sauce, little popcorn butter, salt and pepper, Tony's, get it on there about 350 degrees, get it all tight, nice in there, and then throw the ringneck away and eat the brick. Yeah, it'll take Drew 20 minutes to tell that joke.
Honey Break Gun Dog Tip, brought to you by Avery, first and forever.
Let's talk about gunfire a little bit, Jared. I know we can't just take a dog out in the field and start shooting a gun around it in a duck blind. It'd go crazy. What does a trainer need to do, or a guy that's got a dog need to do to get his dog introduced into that?
Well, Richard, we start out introducing our puppies at a young age, say 8 to 10 weeks old. And we don't start with fireworks or loud guns, we start with primer poppers. And when we introducing our puppies to gunfire, we're introducing it to them at a distance, 100+ yards away from the kennel. And we're always introducing gunfire to our puppies when they're doing something fun. It could be eating and their mind is not on gunfire. It could be chasing the pigeon and their mind's on chasing after the pigeon. It's not on gunfire. And when they're just, a few more weeks, when they're retrieving crazy, we're gonna throw a bumper, and as it retrieving the bumper, we're gonna introduce it to gunfire at a distance, and we're gonna work our way in. Because his mind is not on gunfire, it's on retrieving that bumper. So that's what he's got his mind on, and then he starts relating gunfire to something good. As long as you keep it always positive and always good, he's not gonna be gun shy. Because puppies are not born gun shy, they're usually made gun shy by something that was done wrong or it just wasn't done right. So you just introduce it at a distance, and then always introduce it with something that's fun. and that is your Honey Break Gun Dog Tip of the Week. Please submit your training questions to our partners at Avery.com. And if we select your question on TV or our website, we'll send you a Bandit Avery care package.
For more gun dog tips, head on over to honeybreak.com or find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
The Honey Break Experience is brought to you by War Eagle, built for hunters who love to fish. Mossy Oak, it's not a passion, it's an obsession. This is the Honey Break Experience.
Yeah, it's been different. It went from, from the end of August, September, just as dry as we've seen it. And October, the hurricane came through and we got 12 inches of rain and then 4 inches of rain the following 3 weekends, every weekend. So it's, the water's been extremely high. None of our water could get out all year.
We're just like a little pond. We just keep rising and rising. 3 or 4 inches of water may scatter a half mile on this flat ground, and the ducks go to that real shallow, fresh food.
If they were working good and wanting in here, I'd have let them do that right there and then hit them and get them to come back. But they ain't doing that.
Not today, man.
No, we're gonna kill them. We're gonna shoot them right there. All right. Sunshine and green. I'll put a hole in that duck. Mid-January, ducks piling up here and there. A lot of shallow water over here. A lot deeper around our regular blinds. So we drug the skid in here.
We go have a big skid cam at you.
Yeah, it's got skids on the bottom of it, and we'll take the Ranger and pull it in behind it, and then take all these red vines that blend it in with the rest of this stuff. And it matches well. Get back and wait on another one. Out front, out front, out front. Y'all kill him.
Typically, I hunt a lot in South Louisiana, and we see a lot of ringnecks and diving ducks. And I got to say, over here we saw all big ducks. Mallards. We saw big groups of 15 to 20 pintail. We shot some grays. We shot some teal. But it was a great bag of ducks.
Kill that teal. Ooh, I'd say a little behind. It happens to the best of us. Kill him too, kill him too, kill him too. All right, guys, that was pretty. But a lot of the birds got down in there, got right, and they had some good shooting. I think they had a great time. What you got? Oh man, we just killed a few gray ducks. I know we ain't killing mallards like that great Mark Herring. He's a mallard killer. Oh, you messed up a shot of hens. Yeah, okay. I enjoyed it, man. Got to thank Terry for that. Old Mojo Pick Stick. You can let the cameraman help out.
All right. Closed captioning provided by Avery, first and forever. Coming up next week.
Get it.